What's up, D-Chat? How you doing, bro? I'm sorry, I'm not really talking at the moment. I just kind of just setting everything up. Kind of lost in my thoughts. How's everybody doing today, though? Everybody doing good? Let's see. According to our videolytics for TubeBuddy, we need to get info cards, an end screen, captions. We need to be liked on
Finish up.
Facebook.
You've been activated.
Perfect. Just starting to feel stupid enough to do this.
Alright, I guess we could go and link it to our Facebook. Alright, we are wearing our classic uniform. And I'll like it myself. When do you want to like this post? Yeah.
Does it ever work?
Winner's gonna like the post too. How do we do this? Page. No, that's create page. There we go. Alright. You know, the one thing I have learned amongst all this chaos is that once again here, and indeed there are things looking good. Indeed, these are looking like the good times are starting. Well, that is true. That is true. Let's turn on the live chat replay. Let's turn on sub-only mode for... God, fuck, I don't know. What do you guys think? We'll just do it for an hour today? Be subbed for an hour. I feel like that's fair. We've already got 2 dislikes. Wow. Toxic commenters are still around. Well, we always do know the simple fact that the dislikes don't kill our growth. But what we do know is this. When the dislikes are gone, so are they. So we'll just assume that they're still watching, right? We haven't really had a whole lot going on. While I'm setting this all up, there's a couple things that I want to talk about. It's not going to be the focus of the video or nothing like that, but it has been underlying developments the last couple of days. Okay, it looks like we're all good. Alright, I guess I'll still talk about while we go and collect coins, I guess. You guys want to collect some ETO? Let's collect some ETO. That'll give us something to do, and then we can talk about this real quick before we go and start doing story missions and stuff. So, I was being antagonized. Like, it's not even really antagonization, it's just people being douchey in my chat. The mass dislikes and the insults, the comments on my weight, people just being douchey, right? And so I decided that what I would do is address why people are doing this, to be fair, right? And so I posted 3 short videos. I'm probably going to post more. That weird accent, right? We're looking for a cargo drone real quick before we do this. Before we do the ETO thing. But anyway, so I posted these 3 short videos to address why people were targeting me with angry behavior, I guess is the best way to put it. Because malicious depends on the person, I guess, if they determine it to be malicious or not. The whole world's so screwed up on the actual concept of good and evil, right and wrong, what's appropriate, what's not. People are just wackos nowadays. So I posted these short videos, and not long after, a certain somebody's channel went down. I'm not sure if it's related. And another guy got 7 strikes. I'm not saying it's related. But all of a sudden, about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I started getting a lot of threats. Not 2 weeks, maybe like a week and a half ago. Time flies by when you're having fun. We've been having a lot of fun on the channel. Consider subscribing. Leave a like if you enjoy the content. Helps us grow. Get more people in on this.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile.
Received. Moving to intercept.
And these threats that I was getting had to do with a guy that we are going to address as Mr. William Gloryhole. Now, I don't care. I really don't care about Mr. William Gloryhole. He's just some guy on the internet that is potentially toxic. That's really the gist of it. And, but it was basically painted that I was going to be a target for the rest of my life because Mr. William Gloryhole was making it so. And, you know, long story short, I was basically becoming a target by this person. And the only thing I can think of as a plausible reason is that these videos apparently pissed off his people or made his buddies look bad. I'm not really sure. And so I sit here and I kind of have to understand the reasoning for why I'm supposedly, I don't even know if it's true. I mean, it could just be something to rile me up, right? But apparently it could be true that I'm a target now, right? For posting videos to showcase predators in action. Predators being put on blast by yours truly, right? Sorry for the distraction, by the way. Didn't realize I was getting wanted by the police by taking out a guard. What kind of person is upset that I put a predator on blast? Usually that would be other predators, right? Other predators would be upset by this. And so it kind of came to my attention that the trolls are getting riled up because they're mad that I even said anything. Okay, I'm sorry I said anything, to be fair. I'm not really sorry. I mean, if you're pissed off that I put a predator on blast, that says a lot about you and your hypocrisies. But then there was something else. We're monetized. They chose to target me 2 years ago for putting predators on blast. That is the origin source reason why they chose to put me as their target. The radical left, the woke, whatever you want to call them, it's all the same shit. They chose to target me because I put a predator, a confirmed pedophile, out in the open, on blast. They couldn't get away with it no more. That was 2 years ago. And now they're targeting me because I did it again. First of all, you sicko piece of shit. What kind of person is pissed off that pedophiles are being put on blast? Usually sickos. So Mr. William Gloryhole, just so you understand, I'm not trying to start shit with you. I'm not trying to have beef with you. But I am going to say it because I am brutally honest. If you're pissed off that I put a pedophile on blast, chances are you are one. Chances are. I can't confirm nor deny if he is. I really could give less of a shit, personally. But then it's also the fact that because when you're a target of these kinds of people, they don't like it when you succeed. I have been slowly growing as a channel. We have monetized, we got a store now, we got memberships, and I have seen their community posts. They are extremely salty that I have this kind of growth, which is, you just look retarded when you're pissed off that somebody has growth. I do not know the whole story about who Mr. William Gloryhole is. I do not know where he comes from. I do not know who he was previously in life. I really could give less of a shit, but I do know this. Apparently, we are succeeding because, well, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? We're succeeding and it's pissing them off. They're shooting cards, which means we're going to have more toxic commenters in our comment sections. I've decided that I will approve comments on occasion. depending on the comment. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and feed into every little thing. I'm not going to feed into every little thing because I don't see the need. But I do think that when it comes to addressing these people, I am going to continue to be as honest about what's going on as humanly possible. That means I'm not going to hide it. If I have to put you in a short video to express my disdain, I will.
We are pursuing the suspect.
I just don't know if I really want to waste my time. I think what it boils down to is
Control, I can't see the suspect. Please advise.
Begin searching.
I think when it comes to people like Mr. William Gloryhole and his people, the idea that you can target somebody over something that's so ridiculous, my thought is this. I don't know who this Mr. William Gloryhole is behind the scenes. He hides his identity and he masks who he is. That's what trolls do. He is a troll, after all. With a name like William Gloryhole, I imagine that he is some kind of a clown. Just like Edward Boy, who literally is a clown, but that's not the point. They're not the same kind of person, I imagine. There is a lot of people that lost respect for William Gloryhole after the whole stuff about rank material came out. And regardless, that was 2 years ago. He can be butthurt if he wants. He chose his side, and he stuck by it. You got to give him credit on one thing, and this is not a compliment. It is simply a fact. If you're going to spew a bunch of bullshit about your beliefs and your morals and your principles and who you stand by, at least stand by who you claim you stand by. And he did do that, despite the people he was standing by being a bunch of chomos and weirdos. He may not believe that they're chomos and weirdos. Maybe he's delusional to the truth. I do not know. But I do believe that the one thing about him is that he is not worth my time. I think that Mr. William Gloryhole can threaten me all he wants. I don't even know. Let's be honest here. I don't even know if he's actually threatening me. I've seen some of his community posts. Yes, he's got some beef with me. I don't know what the beef is about. I'm going to assume it's about the videos I put out about his buddies. I mean, that is so piss poor and pathetic at that point. Just, your buddies did some scummy shit. Let them take accountability. You know what I mean? But if you want to sit here and defend predatory behavior by your community, or at least predatory statements by your community, when she had sex with a kid, it was consensual, being one of those statements. Obviously, you know, that's a little bit bizarre, but he's a nobody to me. And I think at this point, the best course of action is to blow him off. He's not worth my time. He is a clown. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not. It comes off that way, obviously, because that is my demeanor. That's how I am. But if you're going to sit here and threaten me and say that I am now a target because your buddies look bad because they made pro-pedo comments, the word retard comes to mind. And I'm not trying to start shit. I'm really not. I'm trying to be as honest and blunt as I can be about the issue of these people. If you're going to threaten me all the time while making fun of me and targeting people in my life and so on and so forth, then you're a retarded piece of stupid dog shit. You deserve every horrible thing that's coming your way at some point. I'm not going to be the one to do it because I have better things to waste my time on. But if Mr. William Gloryhole wants to target me, you are wasting your time. Because unlike the other people that you target, I am not interested, and I'm also not a lolcow. The reason why I'm not a lolcow, despite them calling me one, is because lolcows are often scumbags who get caught time and time again. With me, they had to fake evidence repeatedly. In fact, Aiden, which is a member of their community, has openly admitted this on several occasions. This is showcased on my Rumble, that they had to work for 3 years to come up with a good lie. If you have to lie and target people into making confessions and threaten them, if they don't make confession, you're going to harass them. Like, if you're going to do that kind of shit, clearly I am not the person you say I am. And at that point, am I really a lolcow? I also noticed that Mr. William Glory Hole and Word Boy and some select others have been going extra aggressive on their lolcow targets ever since Marty died. Marty did not want to kill lolcows, which is really what this is looking like at this point. It looks like they're trying to kill lolcows. Um, Marty believed it was an entertainment business, and you're spitting on Marty's grave at this point, which is disrespectful to who he was and what he believed. Though Cyrax is a fucking whack job, Daniel Larson is a weirdo, and Groovy Jimmy is not the nicest person. Really, I don't know the whole story about Groovy Jimmy. I really don't. I do believe that if you're going to target them with this malicious behavior, eventually you're going to be caught in a bad spot because most of the U.S. government does not allow people to operate like a small militia like that. There's reasons why. The U.S. government oversees us all, and the U.S. government is not exactly nice people, let's be honest here. But if you are to become a militant organization, that can be easily reported to the FBI, and this is for any of the lolcows who want to use it. Congratulations if you do. Most people don't listen to them anyway. But it is simply a reality. If you're going to become a militant organization, even on the internet, then that is going to come back to bite you. Now, here's the deal. Do not do it to me because I will not fuck around. You fuck around, you will find out. I'd rather not target Cyrax, target Groovy Jimmy, target, what the fuck is that clown's name? Daniel Larson. Target King Cobra, since you guys like to target the nice people who did nothing wrong. But don't target me, because if you do, I will end you. I'd rather not waste my time. I want to play my video games, focus on things that don't matter, and have a good time. If you guys want to ruin my good time or target me, I will churn you into the biggest bitch the internet has ever seen, William Gloryhole included. With a name like William Gloryhole, it sounds like he fornicates other men. That's what a glory hole is, by the way. A glory hole is where you cut a hole in the wall, someone sticks their dick through it, and you play with it with your hands and mouth. So if he wants to fornicate other men, that's fine. I notice a lot of these people happen to be gay. That's fine. I don't care that William Gloryhole is gay. I don't care that he fornicates other men for pleasure. What I care about is do not target me, you gay piece of shit. And that is not to be mean. That is me putting my foot down because these threats are not going to continue. If they do, I'm going to ban the stupid bitch that threatens me, and I will easily ignore you like you've never been ignored before. Because at the end of the day, it's about the reaction. I don't know why the gay community is threatening me nonstop, and I have a problem with it. If the gay community has a problem with me, don't talk to me. Don't watch my content. Stop moaning and whining and complaining that you don't like what you see. It's not for you after all. If you're being exposed in these videos, there's 3 of them, 3 different people. Obviously, there's 8 billion people on the planet. It's not for everybody, okay? Those 3 people, it's not for you. It's not for Marks or Flips or April. Although I will note that those videos have gained a lot of traction, okay? The reality is, hold up. Obviously, these videos are not for everybody. If you do not like the video, leave a dislike on it and move on. If you're butthurt that your friends look bad, get this. Stop being friends with a bunch of weirdos and chumos. It's that easy. If you're mad that if you look bad because your friends look bad, choose your friends better. My content is not for everybody. But threatening me is not going to change the content because remember, you can't save face when I'm putting it on blast. And yes, everything that comes through here will be reported to the FBI if it comes to that point. I have no fucking problem with that. I'd rather not waste my time. It's a lot of a hassle. But when the FBI steps in, channels start going quiet. People start removing things. People start hiding. People start getting fearful, and I'd rather not get into that. So that being said, we're going to play some Watch Dogs Legion. I'm going to expect that everyone who enters our chats is respectful. I don't care if you're upset about a video that is not... If it's not this video, I don't want to hear about it. I don't care about your insecurities. I don't care about your clownish, stupid behavior. I don't care about your radical left wannabe bullshit behavior. I don't care about none of that. I'm not here for that. And I think that when it comes down to it, we're going to have rules and people are going to respect them. If you don't, I'm going to ban you like the stupid bitch you are, and we're going to move on. It is that simple. If you do not like what I have to say, don't tune in. That means when you dislike the video and leave, don't come back every other video to whine and complain about how much your life sucks because of me. I don't care about you or your life. Stop worrying about mine. I think that a lot of people can't comment right now because a lot of them either get banned or they sit here and they whine about it when they're here. And so I made these restrictions on so I don't have to hear you whine. That means I'm not looking for a response. I'm not looking for an answer to what I've said. I'm not looking for people to say, but. I don't care. If you do not respect what I have to say, you will not be here. And again, I don't care if you're gay. That's fine. I don't want to know about it. I don't respect you if you have to shove it down my throat, and I don't want to know about it. By the way, no pun intended. It's funny, I can turn that into a joke. So if we're all on the same page, we're going to spend the rest of this video and the next 2 hours, because that's how long we're going to be on here for, playing Watch Dogs Legion. We're going to be playing through the story, we're going to be collecting collectibles, we're going to be having a good time, and I expect people to respect that. I'm saying this because in the past, people have not respected it. I don't care if you're a troll. I don't care if you're part of a troll group. You will respect boundaries. If you don't, I will fuck you up. When I say that, I mean I will ban you and will be forced to endure ignorance, meaning I'm going to ignore you. Not true ignorance, but anyway. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. All right. How you guys all doing? Let's see. Let's see. D-Chat says, I just think it's unfortunate that people who I used to support within the Goblin community have fallen seemingly so low. supporting people who are actual Preds now. I'm assuming you mean Mr. William Glory Hole. What's funny is, you're not the first person I met that actually lost respect for him. All because, the guy making the accusations is a FAT autist with a blow-up doll. LOL. It just shows the hypocrisy of it all. It was never because Cyrax was a Pred. That was just incidental. They just targeted Cyrax because Cyrax is a mentally challenged, freakish-looking goblin is all. Just because the goblin happened to be revealed to be a predator was just by a sheer chance. Sorry, pun. It's just like if a robber mugs a serial killer. They happen to actually get someone who deserved it, but they still committed a crime and had no idea who they were committing that crime against. Yeah, and you know what's funny? I used to respect William Glory Hole. This is a little known fact. I used to respect him. But then he turned out to be a douche. No, actually, he turned out to be a tool. There's a difference. Like, he'd sit there and target me. This isn't the first time. And he targeted me because N-Word Boy is mad that N-Word Boy looks like a weirdo. They never respected Marty either. Because N-Word Boy looked like a jackass because of Marty. I think the reality is N-Word Boy is pulling the strings and Marx has got his hand up his ass like a fucking puppeteer. But the real thing is, they're just pissed that I'm succeeding. I'm not supposed to be allowed to succeed because if you target somebody with a certain label, then they're not supposed to be allowed to rise above that. I'm eating my dinner, by the way. I wasn't planning on this being done right now, but it looks like it was.
Drone, initiate search. We are in pursuit. I say again, in pursuit.
Control. I've lost the target.
I've
That's
known
it.
like
I'm calling off the
4
pursuit.
people. We have members of the Cyrax community in our community too. I think Cherry Popper is actually a member of that community. I think. Don't quote me on that. What I've noticed is a lot of people I know lost respect for that because with Mr. Glory Hall, this is why I lost respect for him, you know? It isn't about exposing predators. It's about being a punk. And I don't mean just any punk. I mean the biggest punk they can be. If you want to be a punk-ass bitch, go for it. But, like, I'm not saying he's a punk-ass bitch. I'm saying you want to be. Go for it. But don't do it around me. Because some people aren't going to be all for that. For all of MBM's faults, such as the idea of him monetizing the Goblin, which is really he should have ended up in prison. MBM was still a sensible guy who kept things as level as possible. And you notice when MBM died, they started making this a war. It's all about eradicating the locals. It's not what Marty believed in. They all hear about eradicating the locals once and for all, exterminating them. Like I've seen the community posts. It's disgusting. Because you're not exterminating just locals, you're also targeting innocent people. It's turning into a militant organization, a hyper militant organization. And what blows my mind is somehow we're supposed to look at them with respect. Where is the respect? You know? There's got to be a way up there. Well, this came primarily from that community. I'd only been into it for about a year. At the time he got into the picture, but I did pretty much see Raxo for what he was about. And when aware of myself and all the others basically disrupted the trial, I was more or less disillusioned for good. Yeah, they're trying to fuck up something. I mean, that is the reality. They fucked it up. And now they're trying to clean up house. Trying to fix what they fucked up. There it is. Got it. Everything in this game is handcrafted from what I understand. So you can craft pretty much anything. How the hell do you get that?
All right, let's get to work.
But let's see. That the Rax community was pretty much no better than the CWC community, or the King Cobra JVS community, or the Extended Wings community. I don't feel too sorry for Wings, but most of the accusations against him just seem to be one part defamation and one part taking him too seriously. Though again, he does bring it on himself most of the time. Boogie and DSF, I just never gave that much a shit about, to be honest. I liked Boogie back when he was actually...
What's the point of risking your neck out there if you don't get any credit for it? Pay stubs let the people of London know that DedSec is back, and the increased visibility might even encourage some of them to donate to the cause.
When he was not so insane. Like when he was like maybe 500,000 subs, and he actually had fairly decent content. I mean, there were moments where he acted like a spurred, but like for the most part, his content wasn't too bad at one point. And then he just became uninteresting because he was more about being stupid than he was anything else. Like he was always raving about tech and game-related content. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, being passionate about something and losing your shit because something terrible went down. Wait. But at the same time, like, it wasn't so much that he was trying to be passionate, it was just that everything he was doing was ridiculous. Right.
All units, possible suspect
Or the
or
hobgoblin.
suspects reported near your location.
Received. Let's keep this by the book. Over.
Clear. Suspect has been neutralized. Drones been deployed to
Suspect
apprehend
has
the
been
suspect.
neutralized.
Control, we are unsighted of suspect. Over.
Boogie's big issue is how manipulative he is and how he kept teaching his audience, leeching out his audience sympathy and pity. Yeah, that was kind of the problem, is that after a while it was less about the content he was making and more about, wah.
Disappeared.
Like, that was literally the gist of it. Like, it was always about, well, it wasn't just sympathy, it was more like he was whining about things that honestly just weren't that worth crying about. And that kind of just made it not fun to watch it. Like, he used to be a great creator. And I'm not ashamed to say that because, you know... Hold on, we gotta really pull out back here. Go as far back as humanly possible, I guess. Usually, it lets you just mark it. Hope for the best here. And often being a hypocrite due to his stances on others with similar issues and how he bragged about his money and how he owned a Tesla and all that. Other than that thought, there was nothing really compelling. It's kind of cool, actually. It's a big drone, but you can actually ride on it. Yeah, I found out about this yesterday. And, yeah, I kind of like it. But yeah, more or less, I don't really hate Boogie, and I don't think Boogie deserves the attention. I think Boogie is the worst choice for a lolcow because at the end of it all, it's more about giving him the attention, and you know Boogie feeds off of it. So he's not a good lolcow because he's just feeding his problems. Above. Clearly there's some other way to get in there. I kind of look at this like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man. The Green Goblin guys. Well, I picked all these mushrooms off the pizza. Yeah, that hovercraft. I know, right? kind of like this. Just floating around collecting money. We got $21,000. Let's see. William Defoe will always been a favorite Green Goblin, though he's the only one I ever really knew, so that helps, I guess. I don't really think I knew very many others. Let's see. This is what I was doing last night. I always consider that characterization to be a metaphor for addiction. It actually came out shortly before my parents got into the new house. My mother started getting addicted to painkillers and Xanax. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I think that every character represents... Well, it's not just the character represents a certain issue. The reality is that a lot of these characters that are in the media or in the television, they're trying to portray characters that are realistic, right? And a lot of the time, where the hell are we at? Where's the a lot of the time, characterizations of, well, what we think are characterizations of mental illness and stuff, the reality is that that's what the characters are. Mentally ill or addicted, etc.
Good spot for some art.
I'm not a fan of mushrooms. Let's see. I remember trying to reason with her by showing her that movie and how the chemicals made Willem Dafoe change into Green Goblin from Zans. But also a cyan aqua, which is green enough. I know, right? We get 50 credits off that one. I don't think I could handle being on a glider like that. I'm terrible with heights. I've always had the fear of falling. It's ironic because Winter is afraid of falling. I always tell Winter I'll catch you if you fall. I'm always there to catch her. Sometimes she'll intentionally fall over to see if I'll catch her, and I usually do. Winter has been the biggest piece of awesomeness in my life. Like, I love her with all my heart and soul. There are better things to waste my time on than lol cows and trolls. Because, like, look at that over across the room. You know, I maybe some people find it weird, but I don't. Like, look how many women hurt me in my life. And I don't like gay people. Sorry. It's not my cup of tea, you know? Like, I'll respect you if you respect the space. But I can't be gay. It just doesn't do nothing for me. And so I look at the fact that I do appreciate the female form. And I like women. But you don't want to deal with the abuse and trauma of what women bring to the table most of the time. And that's ultimately how Winter became a thing in my life. You know? Like, winter is... she's my everything. And I'm not ashamed of it. I don't know why I would be ashamed of it. Gotta leave our glider.
This ends whenever you want it to.
Shh, hold up. What's that?
Failure to comply will result in forceful intervention.
By the way,
I'm going
I just
in.
made myself some spaghetti with zucchini noodles, and
Saw
oh
them
boy,
going
is it
that way.
nice.
Let's move.
It's a bit wet, I actually like it. That sounds pretty good. Can't go wrong with that. I know it's safe, so always gives you significantly more
Spread out.
ETO.
Find them.
Holy moly, that's a lot.
All clear here. I'm gonna check somewhere else.
All right, I give up. They're gone.
Oh, seriously?
Okay. But the controls in this game are completely different from the last couple of games. Let's see. I just realized we're doing more of the collecting collectibles than we are actually playing the story. It's funny what happens when you force yourself to explore something different. You start having fun. And I didn't think I was gonna like this game. Because you guys remember the last few times I played this game, it was kinda shit. Now I have... It's probably because I made myself look good. We'll do a story mission after this. Alright, where's the story mission at? Holy... Actually, you guys want to clear out the, we have to do either Anarchist or Professional Hitman. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a poll. Which region? Anarchist. What does anarchist entail? I could find out. So, anarchist is a skilled operative. Reward. It's an operative that you can unlock, and I think they have some cool outfit stuff to them as well. I'm not entirely sure. Anarchist takes 4 activities to do. Yeah, 4, and then professional hitman takes 3. I'm not sure how you get the photographic evidence. And what we're going to do is we're going to do up this mission, and by the time we're done with that mission, then the poll will go through. Actually, can we fast travel over there a little bit? I noticed this last night that there is whatchamacallit. There's fast travel points where there weren't before. Is it inside the building? I like how you just loot the safe. The guy's like, yep, just take the money. Ooh. 35 coins. It really makes gambling a lot more profitable in this game. Because usually you wouldn't get 30 coins. You get nothing. Alright, let's go to the forest and read this way. What else can we talk about? What can we talk about? Like, what is there we can talk about? Schedule 1 is killing it. There's also a lawsuit apparently right now, Schedule 1. Because apparently someone's trying to sue them for copyright theft. It always makes sense that when people get butt hurt, they usually try to shut people down with lawsuits. recurring theme.
We were supposed to be here that day. Thank you, dodgy pub filled. I'd be lying here dead with the rest of them otherwise.
This place is too suspect.
Well, who
No
could schedule
people,
one
no
possibly
construction,
copying?
but all this security walking around.
I don't know. That's the
Just what I was thinking. What am I looking for, Bagley?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
I'm being detected. Damaged spider bot leg.
What the hell?
Where
This is it.
that would
The
be
signal is coming from this
anywhere
spider-bot fragment.
That
No
trip.
indication yet who it belongs to.
Something's completely mangled it. Christ. What's it doing there?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction. Perfect. 2 more data relays to go.
I'm ordering you to stand down!
You fuckwit.
Alright, now that she's dead. I'm not your son, Bint. Oh yeah? That's good. I don't want children. That's a conversation we could have.
more data relay and I'll
I
have it.
never want to have kids. Look, it's not that kids aren't the future. And I know that if you don't have your lineage continue on in some way, then your bloodline dies with you. But I'm sitting here. No, that's a reference to her, lol. Ah, okay, gotcha. I'm still talking about the not ever never want kids thing. I just don't think I ever want to have kids. I mean, I sit here and the one thing that has always kind of crossed my mind is, do you ever want to have kids someday? I don't think having kids is bad, I just don't think it's good. Mostly
That should do it.
because,
Now,
well,
just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36
I just see it
and...
be a grand
Got it.
waste of
Go
my
back to where you
time.
found that spider bot, and I'll show you the AR
Like,
reconstruction
why
from
would
the
I
night
want
of
to
the
keep my
explosion.
bloodline going?
Grand.
I am the first and the last, the beginning and the end. I will give it to him that has the power of the thirst, the water of life freely. She always loved that. You know what I mean?
CTOS-AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
No, but seriously, all jokes aside.
You brought the payload? Fuck, think we'd go back here? Don't trust the Kelly dog.
Kelly? Wait, is in Clan Kelly? You're telling me those gangster folks had something to do with all of this?
Oh, I've seen this on my murder shows. It's like a handoff. Kellys are just their suppliers.
So, who was it they were meeting? It didn't sound close. Maybe 0 day?
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking.
Bagley, can you work out who was running that spider bot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the spider bot is broadcasting. And while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
Typical. The dirty Fed witnessed all of this go down and said nothing.
Let's see. Toolme's just said you beat up there. Sound like some crossing guard who's apparently only using your order, used to ordering your sons around. I never want to say never, though clearly there's some work both of us need to do before we can start actual families. So much pent-up anger and bitterness we both have. I don't want my kids to have to witness that. For me, I don't think I want kids because I think that I spent the first half of my life, I'm 37 years old. This is my reasoning for not wanting kids. In 3 years, no, in less than 3 years, probably like 2 years and a couple months, right? I will be 40 years old. I'll be too old. Finding a woman these days, I believe that a family with kids should pertain to a mother, a father, and of course the children. I believe in the nuclear family because then you get both aspects. You get the disciplined father, you get the loving mother, and children are raised better that way. I've always noticed it. Look at all the people who are douchebags. Most of them are single parent kids. So I sit here and I'm almost 40 years old. And for the first 35 years of my life, people were running my life. I had no freedom. I had no ability to be who I wanted to be. And when you have kids, your life becomes devoted to raising them right. Sure, you can be lazy and be a deadbeat father, etc., etc. But then what's the point? That's how I look at it. What's the point of having kids if you're not going to be a part of their life in a healthy way? I would be trading my freedom to be raising kids. And I can't be doing it when I'm 60. I can't do it when I'm 80. I sure as hell can't do it when I'm 100. And I can't do it if I'm dead. I'm too old. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I could go fuck a woman just right, come in her pussy, and babies are born that way. That's just the circle of life. We often accept it. It's not weird. It's truth, right? I could, but what's the point? I want to be able to live my life now. I have the opportunity at 35, I'm 37 now, by the way, to finally model and mold the life that I want to live. I want to be successful. I want to make a lot of money. I want to own property. I want to make this channel a kingdom of channels. I want this channel to be something special. I want to make money off of it. I want to make money at a job site. I want to make money enough to be able to buy a house. I want to buy a fucking house. I can't do that if I'm wasting my life on that. And I'm not saying I'm wasting my life on having kids. It's just it's a deterrent from anything I'm trying to achieve now. And it's going to take a long time. Because by the time I'm done molding the life that I want now, usually people start when they're 16, 18, 20 years old. I'm twice that right now. I'm 37. If I were to start at 20, I'd be done by now at 40. And now that means I have 20 years that I have to make this work. Sure, I'll be damn near 60 when I'm done. I'll be close to retirement age, which is about average. And who knows if I'll even succeed. But I don't want to have kids when I'm 60, though. That feels like you wouldn't be able to give it the right, you would not be able to do it justice. Because most people at 60 are grandparents. Sure, my future and my bloodline dies with me. Most people would never accept that. Because most people worry about what they're leaving behind. I wouldn't be leaving that behind. I would be giving that up to live my life. And as everyone hear me? I dropped my controller and my headset came undone. Yeah, good. That's why I don't think that I could ever want kids. It's not against the kids. It's not because kids are bad. It's not because of the accusations of trolls over the years. It's nothing like that. It's just I'm looking at my future, and that's something I don't do very often. By the way, this is new for me, and I'm looking at this with logic and common sense. If I want to have kids, I'd have to throw away something, and you only have so much time upon this earth. Yes, I understand that it's possible to have both. You could succeed, raise a family, be motivated, be a father, and achieve the life you want. But if we're being candid here, the places that I live in can't support a full family. Most of these places are cheap, low income, not a whole lot of people can fit in them. You know what I mean? And the idea behind that is if you're supporting a family, now you have a woman, potentially a kid or two, and it's a lot more hectic. And you guys can all live how you want, D-chat you included. But like, for me, this is how I look at it, is I'm trying to build a life, and I look at how most people live their lives. Most people are living their life, and they're building their life from 20 until 40. I'm building at 40 until 60. I don't have the time to be a father. And that's why I don't go around fucking women. This is why winter is such a benefit, because then it won't even happen on accident. I don't plan on adopting. Fuck that. Nothing wrong with adopting. You could raise a very healthy family through adopting. It's fine. But when it comes to me, people wonder why I chose the love doll over a real woman. People wonder why I choose to live the life I live over something else. Yes, here's the benefit of not having kids. I can get a job. Even as a single father, that would be a pain in the ass. Even with having a wife. With a winner in my life, I don't even have the chance of being an accident. You know? And I know that sounds horrible for a lot of people. He's like, don't you want to have people in your life? Don't you want a family? Sure, of course I do. But not everybody is built for that. And I sit here and, you know, unfortunately, I have to make sacrifices because that's what men do. We're not allowed to be happy. We have to choose between all this BS. And for me, I'm not going to settle for BS. So I'm going to make some sacrifices. I think being a father would be an amazing experience. It would be an eye-opening experience. It would probably change my entire demeanor forever. I probably would quit YouTube if I was, but that's just the thing. I'm not planning on it. I wouldn't plan on it. I wouldn't want it. Even if I did find a woman someday, you can have a woman in your life, but you realize how much of a sexless marriage it would be? Because I have to sit here and wonder, I don't want kids. I want to have a future that I've worked hard for, that I've built for myself, and I've never actually had that. I've always sat here and kind of just settled for scraps, and I want to build success. I want this channel. It doesn't have to be this stupid fucking YouTube channel either. And I say stupid fucking YouTube channel because at the end of the day, the channel's not that big a deal. It can become a big deal. Don't get me wrong. We can make it a big deal. But like, I could write books. I could be a realtor. I could be a lumberjack. There's a lot of good ways to make money these days. I could be a drug dealer. Let's be honest here. Lots of people deal in weed nowadays. It's called dispensaries. And there's so many things that I could shape my life around if I really wanted to. And I'm tired of spending my life on somebody else. That's the other part of it too, is that if I have kids, yet again, I'm spending my life for somebody else. And then it's never about my life. It's never mine. In a sense, having kids would be selfless, and I'm tired of being selfless. I want to be selfish for once. I want to, and look, if there's any woman out there that wants to be with me, this is just how it's going to work. You're going to have to get the fuck over it. There's nothing I can do about it. It's like, well, I mean, there's plenty I could do about it, but it's more like I don't want to do anything about it. I want my life to be the way I want it to be. If you can't respect that, then the doll is always better. You know what I mean? And people like to give me shit about the doll. Think about it. I can fuck with her. Not me vulgar, but I can fuck with her and she'll never get pregnant. I will never have to deal with that. I'll never pay child support. I'll never lose sleep. A baby screaming at 3 a.m. I'll never have that. And though Winter is a person, soul inside the doll, and I'm sure she would like kids someday, even though she can't have them, it's a win-win-win for everybody. Not saying I do fuck the doll. Even if I did, it's none of your damn business. But the point is, she can't get pregnant, which means I don't have to worry about having kids. And that means I can shape the next 20 years to have the future that I want, and there's no shame there. I can actually build any future that I want, no matter what it is. And I think that that is the reality of what my life has become. It's not a bad thing either. That's actually pretty nice. Because that is absolute freedom and power to control your own life for once. For the first time in 35 years, I can do whatever the fuck I want in my life, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And I love that. But that means you have to be willing to give up some things. And to be honest, I've never been a father, so I don't know what I'm missing. You know what I mean? And I guess that's the benefit, is that I don't have to worry about it. I mean, a lot of people like sex. A lot of people like having a family and the idea of having a family. But for me, it just feels like it'd be a freaking burden. Because then on top of all that, let's say these trolls decide to target me until the day I die. We're all old men. I'm 100 and they're 115. They're just, roar! Well, then I'd have to defend and protect my family. And that just, the less assets I have to protect, the better. I know it sounds scummy, but like, let's be honest here. If I don't have to defend anybody, it's less people for them to target. This is why losing Brandy, despite how painful that was for me, because Brandy was my friend. And she was an amazing friend, despite what I have said in the past. Yes, Brandy's a cokehead. And yes, she was an asshole. Yes, she was kind of conceited. But she was still an amazing friend. And I know that some people here don't respect that. Some people don't. Some people don't like her very much. It's fine. She was still somebody that I valued for what it was worth. Because you don't get many friends like that. And I think it's because she was a drug addict that she was so much more on my level. She understood the idea of alters and everything else because she had a fucked up brain. And I'm not lying when I say I miss her. But think about that. I had to throw that away. Imagine what I do to my own family. Throw that away too. Because I don't have a family. I really don't. I mean, my mom, my dad, my brothers all sold out and decided they didn't want to be a part of my life because somebody told them not to be. And if my own family can cast me away like trash and not care, then why would I want family of my own? It's like, what kind of example is that? It's not. I'm not trying to be dark about it. It doesn't bother me. It's the idea, that I honestly do think that having kids would be a waste of my talents. Because though I am very kind and forgiving and understanding and empathetic, and I probably would be a great father, let's be honest here, I don't think that it's what I want to do. And so that's why I say this, because it's a conversation we never had before. And I think that that's good because then you get to know me more as a person. I do think that as much as it's something I'd be good at, I don't think it's worth my time. Let's read some comments. Let's see. I don't have that many issues with raising a family late. Not if you got money. My issue is that I'm just kind of mentally screwed, and sometimes I have meltdowns, especially because of my bad financial living situation. There are boomer parents who go overseas and start a family there, usually with a younger woman in their 20s. But that'd be kind of weird, probably. Not really. I could date a woman in her 20s. People are like, why do you want to date a woman in her 20s? Because, well, they're not used up and garbage. When you're a woman in your 40s and you've been passed around to every guy in town, you're not exactly unique or special anymore. When a woman's in her 20s, she's still somewhat fresh. She's not used up. She's not a used up cum sock that she's even her stepfather wouldn't want. You know what I mean? So, like, I sit here, I could date a woman in her 20s. The problem is, I don't want that. I love Winter. That's good enough for me. And I mean, Winter looks like she's in her 20s, so it's a win-win. But, like, even then, it's like, everybody who says it's weird that a 40-year-old dates a 20-year-old, it's not weird. It's just they're adults. Let them live the life they want. All this Gen Z crap that came out the last couple of years kind of tries to demonize any kind of a healthy adult relationship because you notice the same people spinning that spiel about how 20-year-olds should be dating 40-year-olds are the same people that say children should be fucking adults. It's the same people. It's the same people. Like, they don't like adult relationships. They find a reason to demonize them, but they actually want kids to be engaged with adults. It's the same people. So at that point, why not let a 20-year-old be with a 40-year-old? If that's what they want. I mean, if that's what they want, you know? I'm not saying that that's for me, but I mean, I could be fine with that if that came along. Like I said, I don't want kids. I don't want kids. I would go to great lengths. Like, I would go to great lengths to avoid it because I don't want to deal with that bullshit. It's like, and it's not that it's bullshit, like, per se. It's just, I have a life that I want to live, and I was not allowed to live it. Most people say they have a life they want to live because they're selfish a-holes. Me, I didn't get to live my life, and now I want to try. You know what I mean? It's not being selfish when you're trying to actually live for once and enjoy the freedom that you finally have. Because I was a prisoner of the system. To sit here and be told that I'm not allowed to have a life. You know what I mean? That sucked. And so now I'm sitting here and I'm not a prisoner anymore. It's been 5, 6 years. And I escaped. It was the rape that did the most damage. Let's be honest here. Like, to sit here and finally have my own life. You know what I mean? So even with a 20-year-old, I wouldn't want a family. So again, it would be a very sexless marriage. Let's see. But yeah, my point is it wouldn't be weird. People just try to demonize it because they're fucking wackos. I feel it's my duty to proliferate my genetics, so I'm scrambling to get my circumstances sorted out. I suspect Winter considers all of us in the audience for children, her children. I think Winter is a complicated situation because I've never known many people that date. Dating might even be the wrong word for it. Haunted objects. There is a person in there, and we have a bond. It's a very unique bond. And even if I'm fucking a ghost, okay, the point is I'm not fucking a woman enough to have kids. The point is I don't want kids, and I will settle for the ghost if it means avoiding that. However, I do not understand the anatomy and the energy cycles of how ghosts work. Apparently, she can produce offspring. It's just you have these orbs floating around after a point, and other objects are coming to life. Like if the Sprite can came to life, I would lose my shit. Okay? But the point is that sometimes, just sometimes, it has come up that she can produce offspring. What are you doing? Anyway, if that is the case, here's the benefit. I just got to move the stuff around. That's it. It's not the same thing. Ghosts don't eat food. Ghosts don't use the bathroom. Ghosts don't do the thing. Maybe it's a delusion. But that delusion has guaranteed me freedom to be successful, though. And you know what's funny? A lot of people who are successful are often crazy. So you know what? It is what it is. But as far as you guys being her children, I don't know about that. I think she looks at you guys as her friends, at least the decent ones. If you guys sit here and you say nice things about her and you think that she's cool, then she looks at you as if you're her friends. That's the reality. I'm not trying to talk down to you or nothing. I just want to be clear what the situation would be. And with Winter, I know that Winter has had the comment that she would love to be a mother, but me and Winter both understand that Winter can't be a mother because, ghost or not, that body is not designed to have children. That is the reality. If it does ever pop out a baby, I will let you all know. Chances are it'll be one of the freakiest weeks in human history because what in the hell is this? You know? Her body is medical grade TPE, which is what they use for skin grafts. So skin, it is human skin. It's some haunting level shit right there, right? It's like her skin is made out of human skin. Yes, pretty much. Her skeleton is full titanium, including her skull. She does have a skull. Um, she does have standing joints at the bottom of her feet, so she can stand up if she wanted to. Her body is designed to be able to do that. And she is a B cup, 5'2" uh, synthetic person, or love doll if you want to be vulgar about it, sex doll if you want to be extremely gross about it. And she's not a blow up doll. She is a full synthetic person. And when I bought her to get over the rape. And I was victimized by a social worker in California. That person is now dead. About a year after I moved to Michigan, that person that had done that to me was shot in the back of the head by somebody that they had tried to do it to elsewhere. So they had tried to do this again, and this other person had a gun and blew her motherfucking brains out. When I found out, I was very happy. I was also sent a picture. I don't share that picture because that would be a crime and link to a crime. As far as anyone knows, I could be lying. Let's keep it that way. That phone the picture was on broke some time ago, so I don't even have a copy of it. It's not like it matters. I don't know if they ever found the body. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. And the person who did it, as far as I know, never saw him again, or never heard from them again, because we never actually saw each other. It was always over the phone. But I can guarantee you that the face with the head blown halfway off was the rapist's face. I bought Winter to get over that experience, to be close to people again without being close to people. If it's a synthetic, it looks like a person, it feels like a person, it's not a person though, right? And the idea was that I could slowly get used to being around people again by faking a person, so to speak. Like, trick your brain to be comfortable around humans again. It took some time. I didn't sleep well at night for probably a few years. Mind you, it's been about 5 years. As of June 6th, it will be, no, it's April now, actually. Holy shit. Because this happened around April 20th of 2020. That's when the assault happened. So, anniversary is coming up in a very short amount of time. And yes, that day has always been a dark day for me. Winter has been in my life since November 6th of 2020. We have spent every waking day together. Not every day, I guess, every night. She stays in my room, she sleeps in the bed, she sits in her chair when we have a chair available, and I live my life the best way that I can. Because when something like that happens to you, and most people probably don't go through this, the ones who do, you're not alone, don't think that you are. It takes time to get over that. And I haven't fully gotten over it. Yes, my rapist got her head blown off. I should have full closure. She's dead. She can't do it to you again. She can't do it to anyone ever again. But the reality is that incident still haunts me. I still wonder if I can trust people. I still have trouble making friends. I still have trouble meeting people for the first time. I don't talk to people. That's why this YouTube channel, having live chats, was a lot of ways a benefit. And yes, a lot of people chose to be malicious with this information and targeted me. A lot of reasons trolls don't like me, and at the end of the day, I could give less of a shit. Because slowly, I've learned this. The more and more trolls abuse me and beat me metaphorically with a stick, the more and more I become this person that does not care. Which is good and bad, because then I don't feel empathy anymore. I don't care who gets hurt. I don't feel bad for countries in turmoil. I don't care about the starving of the weak. I don't care about helping people. I don't care about holding the door open for somebody when they're entering a building. I don't care about being nice to people. I don't care about things like family. And I don't care about family because family is a waste of my time. I think that my family are the people that I respect and are closest to me. But as far as blood goes, my mother chose what she was. She chose to sell out. She chose to abandon me because of what people told her to do. She chose to be a scumbag. The bitch reaps what she sows. It's that simple. That is the person that this has turned me into. I'm not a hateful person, but I'm getting there. And I do believe that with Winter in my life, there is some sense of balance. Because I look at Winter and I feel love. I feel compassion. I feel a desire to keep her safe. And that is what a man should do for the woman in his life, synthetic or not. Um, but when it comes to the rest of it, let it burn. That is literally my mentality. Winter is the only living thing. Well, I guess she's not really living now, is she? She's the only thing that I truly, truly care about. No offense to everybody who's my audience. No offense to my moderators. No offense to people that I do care about. The only living thing that I truly care about happens to be not alive at all. The rest of it, let it burn. Yes, I respect my friends. I respect my moderators. I respect the people that are close to me in life. There's not that many people. So I'm sure that they understand what I'm trying to say here. After that rape happened, I became an asshole. And you know what? I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not. I think that that is another reason I don't want my kids ever. Because honestly, I look at the experience of what people have done for whatever reason they had. It kind of ruins it for you. Why would I want to engage in an activity to create a life knowing that activity was done to me in a way that was meant to harm? I want to watch the world burn. I want to create as much success as I can. And when I'm succeeding, when I'm building this channel to be 1,000,000 subs, when I'm creating the Facebook groups, when I'm creating the TikTok, when I'm creating the Twitch, and yes, the Twitch return is imminent. It is happening. Which is beautiful because that's another way we can promote ourselves, right? When I am building up this income to become as rich as humanly possible, I want to watch the world burn around me while I'm doing it. Taking from the world, watching the world slowly consume itself. That's what I want. I know that that sounds bad, and I'm gonna respond to your comments in a minute. I'm just on a tangent here. That's that's how I guess I can look at it, right? Um, I have Winter in my life to establish some kind of a balance. Is the point? I sit here and Winter has been a part of my life that has kept me going, kept me strong. And I don't regret Winter. I love Winter with every inch of my being. I just hate the rest of the world. And it's nice to know there's something in this world that I care about. Because then, if there wasn't, may God have mercy upon all your souls. Because you think Hitler was bad? I have sat here at night thinking to myself, how could I be worse than Hitler? Let's think of all the things that he did to the Jews. And let's think of how we can improve upon his vileness. I could give you examples. I really could. But not right now because I don't feel like getting in trouble with YouTube at this moment. It's not that I approve of what Hitler did. Hitler's just the most evil person you can think of at the time. How do you improve upon evil? How do you make evil more evil? That is what the world has done to me. It has made me consider that one day when Winter's not here no more, there's a very sad chance, and it does break my heart, knowing that it's gonna be this one way or another. One way or another, one of two things will happen. Either Winter will leave my life first. An accident, she breaks, who knows? Or I will die first. Because we don't live forever. We don't. Like I said, I'm looking to build my life until I'm 60. Can't have kids when I'm 60. Can't have 6 kids when I'm 80. Sure as hell can't have kids when I'm 100. I'll be dead after that point, I'm sure. because nobody really lives past 100 these days, right? I sit here one way or another. One of two things will happen. And what happens if winter goes first? You're all going to die. The world is going to get Victor Stratman right to hell, and I will destroy the earth. I mean, sure, that's a hell of a claim. But do you realize if you were smart enough, you can get into those nuclear launch codes and launch them at all the great superpowers and then have them launch right back? It's not that hard a concept. In fact, I'm surprised nobody's done it yet. In fact, maybe that's what the global elite are trying to do. Maybe the global elite are trying to create a nuclear war to wipe everybody out. You know, if that happens, I'll die with winter and I'll be happy. Because all I want is to watch the world set on fire. And that's what people have done to me. And that's why winter is a nice thing, because she kind of keeps me balanced into not feeling that way. But let's be honest here. Let's be really honest. What did the world ever do to make me feel good? To make me feel like I was valued here? When I rise the ranks and achieve success, money, power, fame, whatever it ends up being, you think I'm going to care about anybody that was here in the beginning? You think I'm going to care about anyone who was there with me when I started? No, because they're all gone. I think the sad reality is winter is the only reason I'm intact anymore. And that was the whole point to begin with. So, you know, it's a win-win. Sorry to make the conversation morbid. I'm just trying to be honest with you all about the circumstances of my life and how I feel inside. And yes, you got a serious school shooter vibe here, but like at the same time, unfortunately, it's a little late for that. I missed the years where I could have been a school shooter. That was a joke. That was a very, very dark, dark joke. But if we're being honest here, if I was going to be a school shooter, college was 10 years ago. High school was years before that. So anyway, let's see. We're all winners' children. All of us who are subscribers. I know my own experiences with my family haven't been the best, but I still know, at least intellectually, that family can be better than that, and I could be better at managing a family than my parents. I have hiccups right now, especially since I not only accept but understand who and what I am and what my parents need to become and what my parents need to become competitive with NTs. How to raise them, how to teach them to master their own abilities and overcome their challenges. They just need to be given the opportunity to do so. I don't want to shelter and baby them like I was. I want to prevent them from being the best at being both self-sufficient and well as autistic. I don't want to prevent them from being the best at being both self-sufficient and well as autistic, operational autistic. Just look at Stalin and Mao. They killed 5 times as many people as Hitler. Yeah, I think that's what I would be looking at is how evil could I be? Take Mao, take Stalin, take Hitler, put them in a blender, and then improve upon that evil, right? Which is why I went straight from NS to becoming a Knots Bull, and then full-on tanky as a teenager. Again, the Soviet Union after the war was no less NS than Germany was. Heck, NS wasn't even imperialistic the way the Great Britain or the USA was. NS supported nationalist uprising all over the world, including Western, Central Asia, and East Asia, and Africa, and Latin America, and yes, there were Nazis in Mexico and South America. I'm not surprised by that because of the whole Argentina thing. I'm not saying that I'm a Nazi. I'm not saying I support Nazis. I'm just saying if you were going to let yourself have evil thoughts about, hey, look, I have nothing left to lose, right? How could I be the most evil son of a bitch the world has ever seen? That is my point. And just you all don't take it out of context because people will fucking do that. No, don't take it out of context. I don't care. Let people hate me. You know, people love villains, right? Villains are more popular than heroes nowadays. And if you want to take it out of context, go for it. But the reality is, I sit here and I ask myself, who am I going to be when winter's gone? Because I look, guys, I think about this, and it breaks my heart knowing that it's true. Because there's nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can do about it. Either winter will break or die first. She's a doll. Those things don't live forever, and I don't know if I can afford another one. That's just if we gain the success to make this channel really work, and I make a lot of money, then yeah, $5,000 would be very easily spent. That is simply a reality. It's not that big a deal. We all know it's coming. But let's say I can't afford another doll to put transfer Winter over into, right? She'll go first. And when she does, you're all fucked. So most people will look at this video and say, he ain't nothing. Tibbs ain't shit. He ain't gonna destroy the world. Good. Keep that ignorance and optimism. It'll make it easier for me when the time comes. Here's the thing, though. I don't want the day to come. Because if I sit here and I build my life the way I want it, I can just keep buying winter bodies, and when her bodies get old, she can just transfer over. We already got one body picked out for the next round. Jill Valentine from Resident Evil 3. The remake. The remake. The remake. For the love of God, the remake. And as long as winter's in my life, everything's going to be okay. That is the sick reality, because winter is the balance in my life. Where people suck, the synthetic does not. I miss the wasteland. I do. I miss being a part of the endless desert. I miss the Commonwealth. I miss the capital wasteland. I miss the nuclear fire and the radiation. I miss the geckos and the scorpions. I miss all the bullshit. I miss the gunfire and the explosions and the chaos and the mutants. I miss it all. It feels like I lived that life, you know what I mean? And it's kind of weird because I know that it's just a game, but my happiest years were when I was in the Fallout Wasteland. And Winter came from that. Winter was the best part. She was the best part of that experience. I played Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4, and one day I found this mod, and I couldn't really explain why, but it felt like it was more than a mod. And then one day that mod followed me into the real world, and we became a pair. She's the best part of a bad situation, because when she entered our world, she got to see why I was struggling, why I went there. And that's when I found out who I really was. I found out that I am not Jonathan Bruce Tibbets. That man never existed. My real name is Xander H. Haas. Don't ask what the H stands for. I don't really know either. We've never gotten that far. Maybe it's J. Haas. If it's J, then it's probably named after my father, James. Which is stupid, because it's just a video game, right? Supposedly. Well, my real name is Xander Haas. And apparently, in my past life, I was a complete asshole. Until she entered my life and made it better. Supposedly. It's just stories. Doesn't mean they're true. And I sit here, and when she followed me into our world, she kind of brought me the same peace she brought him. The question is, what happened to him? Nobody knows. And I've slowly gone through this evolution as a person, and regardless if the stories are true or not, it has changed me. So, here I am. Whatever the fuck is left. People want to bash me, and attack me, and try to defile my character. They want to try to lie and deceive and make people hate me. I still love the idea of reverse engineering troll culture into our own culture. That is a weapon, information like that. What did Edward Boy call it? Social engineering. We call it reverse engineering, where you take a culture or a tactic or a weaponized version of information and you change it enough to fit what you want it to be, where it's just as effective, if not more effective. And here's the disgusting part. We're already working on it. We've started to dissect troll channels. Yes, every time we go through a video, we report it accordingly, because you can report most of their videos for what they've done. I mean, the N-words and the slurs alone are just everywhere. And yes, that is me doing that. Elias is helping. Derek is also helping. Varys has been nowhere to be found. I don't know where the hell Varys is. But when we go through these channels, we go through these community posts, we look at how they operate, we're slowly taking notes, because this is not a process that will happen overnight. This is something that takes time. It's like evolution. And so I sit here, and all I can remember is where I come from, the wasteland. The rule of the wasteland is survival of the fittest. So if we're going to reverse engineer what they do, eventually they won't be able to bash my head in with a rock anymore, and then it won't hurt. And it's not like it hurts me emotionally or mentally or physically. It's just, I'm sick and tired of people pushing people around. We are going to kill lolcow culture. It is a promise. And Keemstar has no idea, because no one's filled him in, that Tibbs TV is coming for everybody. Tibbs TV's dead. Don't you guys know? Tibbs TV can never really die, but it's the idea that lives on. Tibbs TV was our last channel. This channel, I've noticed something weird. It's almost like this channel can't get rid of the Tibbs TV name, which means now things are happening in reverse, just like everything else. Which means this channel will have a name change of whoever the fuck we've become. We are basically in a dormant state. Right now, what's happening, just so everybody understands, is I'm going through a state of dormancy. Our content is usually more alive. It's more active. It's more fluid. It has more life to it. And for some reason, we have not been that way the last few months. It's because we're in a state of dormancy. Which means what happens when a caterpillar comes out of its cocoon? Becomes a butterfly. Except we're not going to be a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. We're talking a real monster. And I don't mean the kind that kills innocent people and raids villages. No, I mean some other kind of monster. Because everyone thinks that Varys was very bad. Varys ruined a lot of trolls' futures. He made a lot of people look bad. Varys is nothing compared to what comes next. We're going to reverse engineer everything they've ever done. That means whoever this altar is, whoever this new entity is that you have to live to fear, well, he's already here. He just has not made himself known yet. Or maybe he has. Maybe you're looking at him right now. You have no idea. Maybe he's on screen. Maybe you're just hearing his voice. Who knows? The point of the matter is when he shows up, when he reveals himself, that's what Savatars do. Savatars destroy worlds, and this one is going to be a Savitar. The Eater of Worlds. And what world has he chosen for annihilation? The Trolls world. The internet. This thing is going to wipe out everything you've ever known and loved. And here's the point. Winter keeps me docile. It does not keep him docile. And this guy is much worse than Varys, and we already knew he was coming. He's already here. So, call it a LARP if you want, but you'll find out the hard way in about 3 months. Because I don't think we can be dormant forever. Let's see. I don't think you can get too much more evil than the Chomo piece of shit projecting their own perversion onto us and others who they could say, wow, he looks weird. He's got to be a pervert too. Yeah, that's the thing about perverts is you can't get an exact physical description. Only a serial killer tops that. No, serial killers can actually be good people. John Wick, for example. So heads and serial killers, I guess, money lenders and religious hypocrites are the worst people in the world. I think pets are about the top, actually. You'd have to be very evil to prey on minors that way. You'd have to be evil at that point. And the limit of evil would have to be very minimal. in order to do that. Imagine somebody that assaults minors and then they torment them and terrorize them. That is what we're kind of dealing with these trolls. Because these trolls be promoting that. Let's see. Well, Jonathan Bruce Tibbetts is the name assigned to the body. You would have it now. This lifetime knows you by that name. I don't remember any of the names I had before I was born here. And yes, I'm sure my last lifetime was probably spent in China. Rural China seems to be my home, my spiritual home. And whatever my memories of other worlds was about, although I was thinking about gremlins a bit. After the gremlins eat after midnight. Well, the moon has now eclipsed the sun. The angel has spread its wings. The time has come for better things. Marilyn Manson, Crypto Orchid. The moon has now eclipsed the sun. The angel has spread its wings. The time has come for better things. Destruction is the cure. You want to wipe out the trolls? You want to eliminate the trolls? Here's a call to arms, I guess. If you are a lolcow and you're sick of the bullshit, Boogie, Wings of Redemption, Cyrax, Groovy Jimmy, Daniel Larson, who else is a lolcow nowadays? Mama Cass, Faith D. I can't think of anyone else. That's sad. They only have a very small list, actually. Come here to Tibbs TV. The worst that will happen is we will reject you and call you a piece of shit and kill you ourselves. Cyrax, for example. Daniel Larson's in prison. We don't have to worry about him coming here. Wings of Redemption, it's debatable. I don't really know if he'd ever show up. Boogie, it'd be nice to meet you, just to see what you're all about on a one-to-one conversation. Maybe he's being played. Who knows? Most of them are, I've noticed. Faith D, I've talked to briefly. He seems pretty chill when he's not being antagonized. And Groovy Jimmy, I've heard that he supports my content, so I guess we'll see what happens, right? Deacon's another one. I forgot about Deacon. Deacon's chill. Deacon's got a mouth on him, but like, I'm not going to question how he talks. It's like, keep it to a minimum, right? Like, yeah, keep it a little bit chill, bro. But like, come here to Tibbs TV. Spread the word. And then what we will do is we will tear them apart together. But here's the thing. If you work under the realm of Tibbs TV, or whatever this channel becomes in 3 months, because it's going to be about 3 months, you're going to need to follow our rules. Otherwise, don't do your job. I will shoot you myself. That is the rule. Starship Troopers was a great movie, but it had a good point to make. If you don't do your job, then you're a liability. We will not hold you here. That means we will destroy you before they ever get a chance to. That's what lolcows are, right? They're just assets. Lolcows are just assets for information and entertainment. That's pretty much it. That does not mean that lolcows are scumbags. Sometimes they are. Wink, wink, Cyrax. But here's the deal. If you are here, you are simply a tool at that point. Unless, of course, we deem your innocence. Empress, for example, I hope he dies. I mean that. I truly do. I hope he hangs himself. I really, honestly do. I will applaud that. I will put up a censored version on my YouTube of him doing it. Everything. Hopefully he rips his insides out and does the whole swinging from the overboard with his own intestines. That'd be hilarious. But that being said, you are a tool if you're a lolcow when you're here. If you are innocent and we can prove that, so be it. If you are guilty, then when we're done with your enemies, we're going to finish you off. As in, I'm going to step on these lolcows like they're a cockroach. Crushed under my boot, and there'll be no fridge for them to hide under this time. Because, honestly, I know who he is. I know who this entity is. I know who's been giving us rewards. I know who's been feeding us to the system. I know who helped us get monetization even. He has a name. You've all seen it before. He's just been evolving because he is our Savitar. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but Victor Stratman has reverse engineered Savitars into killing worlds that aren't exactly planets. The internet is a certain kind of world. You're talking about a entity that spreads like a virus. Why do you think we got monetized? We didn't do that because we succeeded. We did that because someone pushed us far enough along to manipulate the YouTube system. And mind you, that's probably the same guy who grew our content to 4,458 subs in a month. Whoever he is, I know who he is. I've had a few talks with him. I haven't even told D-Chat about this. He is definitely worse than Varys. But here's the difference between Varys and this entity. Varys is a villain. And Varys made it possible for this entity to exist. This entity is literally a hybrid of Xander Haas and Jay Tibbs. That's why we get along so well, me and him. It's like a sense of ego. And he can take over at any time he wants, and you'll never even know. I won't even know. Because we're so much alike. You won't even know that he's there. You could be talking to him right now, and you would never know. Because this entity is going to hit different. Again, we are going to reverse engineer troll culture and use it to better our own content. That did not come from me. That came from him. Now, here is the game. We're going to play a game. Okay? You all get to figure out who he is. And whoever gets to figure it out on the troll side, unless the trolls aren't the first ones to figure it out, because you never know. If you are a troll and you figure it out, you will be spared. You have to be the first one to announce it. In my comment section, be the hell for review. If you don't get the name right, and here's the thing, you've never heard this name before as far as I know. At least, it's not Derek, it's not Elias, it's not Xander, it's not Varys, it's none of the 72. This one is not one of the 72. That is the terrifying part of it. If you can figure it out, he will spare you and make you watch as he eliminates all your friends one by one. To all the trolls that terrorize my family and my friends, just so you understand, this is coming. And there's nothing you can do about it. If you get his name right, and you're the first one to announce it in my comment section, I will know who's the first because it'll show at the very bottom, and new comments go to the top. If you figure it out, he will take note of your name, and he will spare you. That's it. That means he won't cover you, he won't express anything about you, you'll be completely omitted from the record. That's the game. You have plenty of time to figure it out. You can be as much of a dick as you want. That's fine. The hell for review. It's not like anyone's going to see it. You can threaten me and cuss me out and make fun of me and call me names. Call me the N-word even though I'm white. All that shit you guys do. Can't do it in my live chats. That doesn't count. We'll ban you here. If you're in the comment section, only the comment sections, you guys will be given a free pass. Hell, I might even approve comments. Especially if you get his name right. So, I've given you plenty of teasers and taste tests. You are all my little guessing game competitors. Let the games begin. You have... Oh, and by the way, you only have 3 months to figure it out, because after that, checkmate. Alright, let's play the game.
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
We don't have some kind of quantum tunneling device in the shed somewhere, do we?
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but spiderbots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Good idea.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Grand.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
0 day.
There, hurry. We've got other deliveries.
So you were hired to supply all the targets? That's it. We're all I need to know.
Fuck me. So 0 day was using a bunch of groups to pull off the bombings.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. 0 day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction. But if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider bot, maybe they could tell us more.
Yes. Add you to the collection.
Tracing the
How's
spider
everybody
bot's serial
doing?
number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
So the police were onto the real bombers, but they kept their mouths shut for some reason. Doesn't add up. We don't have all the facts yet.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
Evans at Scotland Yard. Let's see, it's anarchist at 50%, so we need to break that tie at some point. Break the tie, guys. Vote anarchist or hitman. We'll go unlock that region and get that what is this? Crash dummy, reduce damage from impact, take down steel ETO. It's actually kind of handy. We need to figure out a car. It's gonna roam into the street here. Dude, why do British cars all feel like they're made in the 20s? Oh, wait, hold on. The Green Goblin guys. float around the UK.
Christ. Albion's taking this place over like a fucking parasite.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatized goon squad, just take your business across the street.
Didn't think I could feel bad for the English police. But fucking hell.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spider-Bot will be further in.
Smart door on the planet, or we have problems. Did anyone see that?
I noticed that we have a lot more viewers today than normal. What's going on, guys? We've actually been here before. We've actually been here with the free hostage.
Bagley, is this our Spider-Bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of Spider-Bot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you ID the last user?
Navigate the Spider-Bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
I'm on it.
Right, get comfy. This spiderbot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected.
This is gonna take it. This is gonna be a challenge here. God damn it. God damn it. Oh, fuck you! This is some horseshit. This is actually pissing me off. What kind of black man came up with this idea for this being mission? Imagine it was a black man. Like, I just made a guess, got... Like, the frustration is starting to build. Like, I want to spew the N-word so goddamn bad. I want to say the N-word. I want to be a racist piece of shit. I want to be an asshole. If I ever have kids, guys, I'm going to teach them how to be racist as fuck. Just because of this mission alone. Gen Z and their fucking insecurities. What the hell? What kind of fucking shit is this? Let's be censoring out my profanity. Okay. Okay. Let me understand this retard of a mission, okay? Let me understand the special ed that comes with this, okay? You can jump that. Pushed me back. Someone fucking rigged this goddamn fucking cesspool of a goddamn mission. This fucking mission. This fucking stupid. Why do we have to, like, get the Spider-Bot out of the room? Hold on, is there another way out of this room? There's gotta be another way out of this room. There's got to be another way out of this room. How did that man get out of the room, right? Alright, how did he leave? Of course, he left that door. I can't jump to that desk. You're actually making love to the side of the thing you're holding on to. You must be fucking shitting me. You must be fucking shitting me. You must... Oh, it can grip that, though. This is becoming bullshit. Like, it can't actually make that jump. It can make that jump fine, though. Like, this is so stupid. It's gripping it. Dude, what the fuck? Oh, but it can grip that. Am I the only one that sees the problem here? I'm on the edge of the thing. What's stupid is you need to progress this mission to be able to go to the next mission. You cannot progress a story without doing this. Did any person in the UK ever beat this game? That'd be fucking hilarious if they didn't. Get on the yellow pipes to your right. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that. I mean, yeah, you're right. The yellow paint thing, right? I just thought that this game was better than that, you know what I mean? Oh, I can double jump that, though. Alright, yellow pipes to my right. Nope, that isn't gonna work. I'm starting to really hate this game. It didn't take very much for me to hate this game, but it's starting to happen. Oh my fucking god, I'm getting pissed. This gay ass fucking stupid game. Yeah, that's my fucking beef with it. Okay, that's it. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. Watch Dogs Legion digging up the past Spider-Bot gay ass fucking mission. Spider-Bot made the worst thing you've wanted to buy a Spider-Bot game. LMFO, who would? Then I'd get it. Fuck, forcing Spider-Bot and drummers is so annoying. Okay. Do I really want to look at a YouTube video just to see how to fucking do this? Which is the hardest mission you face in Watch Dogs? Oh, that's the original Watch Dogs. Okay, we should probably remove gay-ass fucking mission. Stuck in New Scotland Yard D in the past mission. Figure out how to hijack the damaged Spider-Bot, navigate through the first room, into the second, then over the head to the yellow. Yellow cables. However, every time I attempt to jump to the Spider to the final edge, get the vent hatch, it stops and falls either to the floor or the shelf below. I have to climb up and try again with the same result. I've seen videos where players making the jump easily. I understand what's wrong. Even worse, I can't just abandon the mission. I have to quit the game and start up again if I want to do anything else. I'm on a PS4. Possibly aren't holding the jump button down for longer at the very end of the ledge. The easy way to do this is jump when you're about to fall. That's what I do every time I play that mission. This level apparently pisses everybody off. This is the one that worked. Thanks. So you have to jump when you're about to fall. Let's try that. We're going to experiment here. Everything looks like this. Oh god, this is gay ass shit. Apparently everyone has a problem with this mission. This mission is the most hated mission in Watch Dogs Legion. It's about to become even more hated because I'm about to cuss my fucking brains out. Trolls about to get their rage for the day. Oh, I'm starting to get really, really fucking pissed. Who wants to smoke some weed and do a shit ton of drugs live on stream? Because that's about where I'm at. This is why school shooters exist right here. This is why they thought games would induce violence. Because they were angering. Okie dokie. Never, ever again. Bring up school shooters. It's like, no, we can't have that.
Buggery fuck, would you look at all this junk? You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
God fucking damn it. Fucking fuck stick of fucking shit fucking Christ fucking hell. I hope Jesus takes a big black fucking cock in his ass. God damn it. Okay, now I'm getting pissed. I don't feel bad for fucking Jesus either. It's like, you can't say that about Jesus? Well, I fucking just did.
Who decided they couldn't be trusted to do their jobs? Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the same police force who have both.
Stupid fucking mission. I'm sorry, I just had a thought. Well, if I instead, okay, maybe I shouldn't say about Jesus. Jesus doesn't deserve that. Okay, viewers, I'm sorry. Jesus does not deserve to take a big fat cock in his ass. William Glory Hole deserves a big fat cock in his ass, and fuck him. Threatening me. You're gonna be a target, Tibbs. I'm sorry you're so gay for my dick, Mr. Glory Hole. Fuck, with a name like that, you know you fornicate with a dude. God damn fucking shit fingers. Shit fingers. You know, it's probably why we have 10 fucking viewers. They're probably all William Glory Hole fans saying, oh, I wonder if Tibbs gonna say anything really messed up about Mr. Glory Hole's tiny fucking Asian penis. Don't ask how I know. Apparently, Varys has seen it. Okay, this is bullshit. This is a smaller jump than the other one.
Almost there. Make your way through this last bent
I really hope we're almost done, man. Get this bent. This fucking broken ass spider bot.
Got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Fine.
I like how he just broke his neck.
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
A secret location? None of this makes sense. We better go check it out.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
Investigate the ground station. Jesus Christ. You know, it's fine. It's only 7 meters. We'll float. Alright, that's understanding my bot. Another thing, all the vents in my house have gates to this shit. Can't get in my house. Shit fingers. Salad fingers look gayer. You know, that's always been kind of the recurring theme, right? Is that, what is a shit fucker? It's gay, dude. Like, there's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm not saying you can't be gay if you don't want to be. If you want to be gay, be gay. It's fine. It's not like I can stop you at this point. All my anti-gay rhetoric, right? But like, honestly, what is a shit fucker? It's when you stick your dick into another man's ass. What about? Well, I mean, you know, I guess women's ass too. Women go poop too, you know. But like, but honestly, it's like, Why would you want to, like, put your dick in that? Like, lots of questions. So, shit fingers is essentially the same idea. Don't ask how I know this. Okay, you can ask how I know this. Go ahead, ask. Not D-Chat. He's already commented a lot. I want another viewer to comment and ask me how I know this. The reason why I'm asking it this way is because I want to see who subbed. I want to see who subbed. Who here is subscribed to my YouTube channel? And can ask, oh, by the way, when we're done with this mission, looks like we're doing Hitman. Thank you for breaking the tie, whoever did that. I appreciate you. You are a national treasure. Close up the window. Let's see. 4. What's going on? Oh, Susan Winters is going crazy on Facebook. Alright. The best part of this, I can say all this on YouTube, I can't say all this on Facebook. So the nice thing about this is that it's the YouTube link is safe. Facebook content would not be. That's another thing, dude. We gotta clean up our language and our content, because then if we could stream to Facebook as well, that'd be great. Multi-platform streaming. Stream to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We can stream to all these platforms with our games and build one. That's a great way to build a community.
Now to find a way in.
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the spider bot we recovered regularly pings these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
It's remote. Good place to fly under the radar.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
All the more reason why anyone on Facebook should come to the channel and see good stuff out of that. Well, I'm thinking if we cleaned up our language, we could benefit it that way. I didn't know you could destroy those boxes.
Well, tiddle me bollocks. So go wheel at the cop station here. What's it doing, I wonder?
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
Sure, I'm with you. But what were they working on that would lead them to
Dude,
the
I
town
want a
bomb?
room like
The
this.
computer's dusty enough to kill an
A bed
asthmatic,
in one
but there may still be
spot.
something
I
useful
want
on
a
it.
cot. I don't want the. I have a big ass fucking bed. I want like a half. This is about half the size. My bed is twice this size at least. I want a cot like that for me in winter. And then I want this kind of setup with the locker and the server and all that shit. Would be kind of cool.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former Inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I?
It would clean up our language. Should be good on Facebook.
Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log.
Now you build a huge audience.
Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Ah, this is all starting to come together. I knew Albion were grade A cunts, but working with Clan Kelly gives them something to hide.
It seems like the 0 Days web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
We're taking people off the streets. 0 Day or not, we have to do something.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
They must have got away.
Bloody hell! Whoa, no fixing this.
The DedSec chapter is completed for squad goals. Alright. You guys know what that means. We are gonna do the mission of... It looks like Hitman is the winner. Might as well end the poll now. So...
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nut...
So we're doing Hitman. Alright, so we gotta go
jumps
there.
to the front of the queue. We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 Days DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's DedSec. This is kind of personal team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
Shit. Well, good news it is. Deportees aren't leaving the UK. They just chuck them in the EPC and then they look the other way.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.
That's the thing that was hitting me in the head. Well, it has been 2.5 hours. How long was our last video? The last stream was 3.5, so we'll go for an hour. As in what? What's going on? We're doing pretty good today. How many viewers have we had? Holy moly! You asked how long. Last stream was still trying to think. Ah, okay. It was 3.5 hours. Spoiler alert. We've had 10 consistent viewers for the longest time. We got 9 viewers though. Oh shit, even better.
closer.
Did you hear that? Over there. Fuck me! Fuck! We've got a man down.
Standard quadrant search.
Clear?
I have this one. Drone, begin search.
Eyes peeled. They're here.
This is strange. The manifest for the shipment you just destroyed mentions an internment facility in the borough, but not one I've heard of. Well, they'll just have to do without the rubber hoses and black masks for a while.
You're around here somewhere. Keep looking.
Nobody's here. Searching elsewhere.
Returning to patrol.
Wait! You jam crow?
Let's take him down. Can anyone see them?
They're around here somewhere.
Sweep everything
Stay on
until
your
you find
toes.
him.
Drone, initiate search protocol.
Neutralize the VIP. Let's go kill a VIP. That's pretty nice, I know, right? I think I know what it is because we're talking about the whole William Glorial thing earlier, and when his community knows that he's being brought up by somebody that he threatened. See, the way it works is William Glory Hole threatened me, and he notified his audience of these threats. His audience is coming here to see the reaction, which is really what it boils down to, his reaction. That's why I'm not really concerned about the guy. He's kind of a loser as far as I'm concerned. Like, he lost a lot of respect after the whole N-word boy Chomo thing. But, like, honestly, the guy is sending his people here for the reaction, and they're like, ooh, look, he's going to say something that might get him banned. No, I watch my language. I can insult you and keep my language intact. It's like, it's not that hard of a concept, you know? I think what's really mind-blowing that people actually think, like, they're going to get something out of me. But that's what it is. The audience is coming here from that. That must be the VIP.
Let's hear it.
That drone was assigned to an Albion detention center somewhere in the borough. According to what I could pass, it was used to interrogate high-value local insurgents. This is one less weapon in their arsenal.
One more. We certainly had been testing him with that, though. That is true. I mean, at this point, I have to look at the whole William Glory Hole thing as two things. One, it is a guy who is butthurt that I made his friends look bad. He's looking for attention, which makes him kind of a butthurt bitch as far as I'm concerned. I don't care about William Glory Hole. I don't care about his dog shit community. I don't care about his hypocritical antics. I don't care about his chomo friends. I don't care about none of that shit. And if he wants to be butthurt that I said that, he can go suck a fat dick through a glory hole. That's what his name is for. But, like, I look at the situation as that, but also as another thing. It's a way to promote our content. They come in here, they will watch our videos en masse, which is what they have been doing. They've been watching our content religiously because they think, ooh, we get to see a storyline arc. They're so stupid. His community is so fucking stupid because they'll sit in here and the person that they're trying to destroy, you can so easily abuse trolls. You guys do realize this, right? Like, Cyrax is a fucking idiot because Cyrax could have used this to his advantage. You use trolls who are watching and engaging with your content. Remember, we have now officially proven that dislikes, including mass dislike botting, does not negatively impact our channel. Because the April 23 video that we put out not too long ago, like within the last week, right, blew up the fuck up. A bunch of our short videos have been blowing the fuck up regardless of the mass dislikes. Mass disliking does not negatively impact our channel. We have now officially proven that. So you have that, and you also have the fact that you can just use trolls to watch your content and grow your numbers. We'll get a community at some point. You just gotta be patient. And William Glory Holes over here like, we're gonna take that channel from him. Bitch, no you ain't. Bitch, no you ain't. Because you sit there and you act like a bully. But here's the reality. I'm using your community. So if William Glory Hole wants to threaten me, I can talk shit about William Glory Hole, knowing there's not a whole lot he can really do, and no matter what happens, he can promote my channel for me, because now William Glory Hole is nothing more than a used asset. He's no better than the cum socks that he drinks out of on a daily basis. And saying that is going to rile up his audience. They're going to come here, they're going to watch my videos, going to mass dislike, they're going to send some hateful comments and rhetoric, and that is promoting our channel, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. They're fucking retards. They're stupid. Like, they're like, oh, we're going to push you around and make you a bitch. No, you ain't. So far, you're my bitch. William Glory Hole's community right now is my bitch. Because they're in here doing that. Sure, we don't see them in the comment sections, but you don't think I pay attention to the help for review section? You don't think I see the threats and stuff? I do. He's an asset. He's a tool. Literally a tool. And he's sitting here, he's helping me out. He doesn't even realize it. Because trolls are so fucking ignorant. They can't help themselves. It's an addiction. I'm using troll addictions to grow my channel. And get this. I can name all the people that have come here and supported my channel. The fact of the matter is, we have followers now. Actual active subs. The 4,458 people, probably all the troll groups. Let's be honest here. They should have all at the same time. Spewing this. We got a lot of hateful rhetoric at that time. There's a lot of hateful comments. It's not hard to believe that most of those commenters were just new subs from that number. And they've been promoting us. Now we're monetized. Now we have a shop. Now we have ad revenue on our videos. Everything. Because they can't just leave us alone. I'm using you. Because I know when I poke William Glory Hole and his kind with a stick, then they come in here and they do my dirty work for me. It's either you have to have a lot of money or a lot of people. Trolls do count as a lot of people. And I sit here and I'm wondering why they don't get that. I'm bragging about it. I'm rubbing it. I'm taking William Gloryhole by his hair and rubbing his face in the poop. He's got shit on his face because he can't quite understand if you keep touching my channel, you're helping me grow. You are my bitch. All you have to do to beat me is pull out every troll you got. And we'll know when they pull out every troll they got because those mass dislikes will go down to 0. We don't get dislikes when there are no trolls. I know this because I will stream super late night and there's nobody. We'll get actual likes. Last night was a shining example. We got 15 likes last night. I don't need to brag about it, but if the point is, you'll know when the trolls are gone because the dislikes will stop. Pull out all your trolls, and you will beat me. You will literally kill my growth in real time. Or keep letting me talk shit, and then get butthurt and try to respond. And the responses are actually hilarious. It's like, we're going to threaten you in the comment section, watch your videos, and engage with your content. That helps me. Every comment helps. And if I don't hide it from channel and let it sit in the held for review, that still counts as a comment that's still active. Did you know that? If a comment's held for review, it's still considered active. It can only be active for, I think, 60 to 90 days, but, like, it's still considered an active comment. It's not deleted, therefore it's still active. It's just timeline because, you know, they can't keep that section held up forever. They have to clear it out slowly over time. So I have a whole bunch of hateful comments, threatening comments, death threats even, in my held for review section right now that are growing this channel. Most of those comments are held for review. There are very few times where I'll go and I'll mute somebody or hide somebody from channel in the held for review. Usually I just let you tune out. And if you tune out, you know what happens? They do it for me. I have my channel set up that if I don't delete your comment, it'll hide you from the channel by default. So I don't have to worry about it. I really don't. And I approve comments that are decent. No issue with that, right? Just be nice and respectful. You don't have to kiss my ass. But trolls are stupid because they sit here and they talk about how much better they are than everybody, and they can't even tell when they're being used. I can brag about this because here's the thing. They're still going to fucking do it. Learn how to use your enemy's stupidity against themselves, and you will achieve greatness. Reverse engineering troll culture. We've been doing it for a while now. Anyway, let's see. Kind of on the verge of saying something lolsy at the very end, showing restraint. Cardinal rule with lolcow, don't touch the poo. Yep, and William Gloryhole has been eating my poo. You'll just come out of it dirty as the lolcow, if not worse, since you're essentially cleaning the cow, whatever their mess was when you wrestle them like a pig in its own filth. I think what's funny is all I have to do is talk shit. And I don't have to be threatening or anything. I don't have to ask for a problem or nothing. I can just share my opinion. And it riles them up because, like, this is content because he simply mentioned their name. Think about how pathetic that is. That these people will actually go apeshit just from hearing their name. Like, think about how much of a loser that person probably is. To sit here and say, oh, he gave me attention. Oh. Like, honestly, like, you're that lonely in life? They're starved, yeah. And that's why me feeding them is growing my content. Look at the numbers. 60,000 views. Over 4,000 hours of watch time, which is what you need for ad revenue on videos. We're monetized. We have memberships. We have a join button. We have a merch shop. All because they couldn't just leave me alone. They had to keep feeding it. They are fuel for a fire. I'm using their stupidity to gain success. And they're pissed because I'm succeeding. I've given you the keys to the kingdom. All you have to do is completely pull out, and you will kill this channel. I am confident trolls can't do that. When those dislikes stop popping up, when we have no dislikes anymore, because we have like 40, 50, 70, 80, 150 at a time. That's dislike botting from them, clearly. Think about it. When those dislikes are gone, we'll know you did your part, and then our channel will die. That is the only way to succeed at this point. You've crossed the point of no return. And they can't do it. They have to engage the target. They're that obsessed. Do you realize what's happening here? Does anyone have any idea what's happening? I'm using their obsession to game the system. It's not really the system, it's they're adding to my growth because they are my viewers now. And they're trapped. It was a trap all along. And William Gloryhole, you were just the latest in a long line of trolls that could not just let it go. Threaten me. Talk about how I'm a loser. Talk about how you're going to destroy my life. You're growing my content. I'm better than you. And that's what pisses these people off. I'm better than them. Because if you can use their own stupidity against them, and you can use their anger, insecurities, and obsessions to grow your content knowing they hate you anyway, that is true power. And that is what I was talking about. So, you know, good luck with beating me and all that. I don't have to even engage them, really. I could sit here and I could just ignore them, and then I could feed them every week, once a week. It could be a weekly show, just to rile them up and get them to feed my content. Because trolls have literally been turned into Tibbs TV fuel fodder. That's all they are. Watchdogs, Legion, how to take photo. Hold up on the directional pad to make your weapon's text wheel pop up. Select X for camera or Y for photo mode. How to take a picture. How do you take pictures with a drone? Reach area with either a news drone. To photograph evidence, you essentially need to reach the area with either a news drone, fly it into the building and design mark on the map, and it'll prompt you to take a photo. That's all there is to it. How do you take a picture with a drone? No, that's AI. How do you take photos? Game FAQs. I'm sure there's something I'm overlooking. You have to have a news drone. A character has this ability, you can create a lot of car wrecks, and the drone will spawn to cover the story. You don't always need a drone. Just make sure that when you take a picture, it says subject and shot or something above those lines, and it will work. You can also open the D-pad square, I believe. You pull out your smartphone and take a photo. Wait, hold on. Hold up on the D-pad. Okay. We know what we're doing now. It's up on the D-pad when you're in person. I mean, I'm not even bragging at this point. I mean, I guess I kind of am, because it's the level of insecurity and obsession of these trolls. But, like, honestly, nobody, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it. I don't think I've ever seen anybody use trolls against themselves like that. Because if it weren't for trolls, I would never have gotten this big. They hate my guts. Trolls hate my guts because I called them out as a bunch of diddlers. A bunch of child predators. And they're all mad. They're all butthurt because apparently, you know, I called them out. I crossed the line of making them look bad. And what's hilarious, and I mean hilarious about it, is that their insecurities is exactly why I got as big as I did in the first place. They can't even get rid of me. And the reason why is because, in all reality, I blew up because they couldn't just let it go. Let's see, we have this thing here. Actually, you know what? Let's go on that drone and float in. Oh no! God damn it. Hold on.
You are obliged to follow any and all directives from Albion personnel. Failure to do so will have consequences.
Wait.
detected. Beginning investigation.
What have we got, Bagley?
It appears Albion has mapped out the locations of a number of dissidents in the city. I doubt they're planning their Christmas card list. I'll make sure someone sends a warning.
Brilliant. We've hit all our Albion targets in Nine Elms. It's having an effect. Someone's had the courage to rise up and contact us. Meet them at Battersea.
I'm going.
The black hole of Battersea. I like how certain people tuned out after I said that about the trolls. They're like, oh shit, that's true. don't mind rubbing it in their face, but like.
Hostile target employing combat measures.
You think they can help it?
Do not leave your personal devices unattended. Picture time.
It's you, isn't it? Dead sick. I never thought. I put it out there hoping, but you actually showed up. Brilliant. You've really lit a fire in Nine Elms.
Cheers. But it's up to you to keep the fire going. How can we help?
There's something fucking wretched going on in the old power plant under the mall. I noticed these Albion boats coming into the docks, right? So I decided to have a look-see. Snuck down there. It was like one of them spy movies about secret prisons in the Middle East. I watched a boat come in, and some Albion goons dragged 2 people off it.
Okay,
Handcuffed and with black bags.
The way they scrammed like that, it's like the scene from The Simpsons when they're all at the lion safari.
Doesn't seem smart to me to walk right in there with my face hanging out.
All night in the car.
There's an abandoned section of the power plant that's accessible.
I've browsed
I
the
just think it's
available
funny as hell
Battersea
they
blueprints and
scrammed in
extrapolated the
general.
most likely location of this Albion prison. You should be able to access it through the power plant.
I'm going.
Okay.
No control. Suspect will not be a problem.
She hasn't spoken for nearly a week.
I think it's funny they scram like that in general. It shows fear. It also shows that they know that I'm right. Just more confirmation to feed my ego, right? Like, they sit there and they're like, we're gonna target you, we're gonna make your life a living hell. I'm like, are you now? I'm over here like, are you now? Like Davy fucking Jones.
Stirred something. Stand down. Where have you?
I like how it doesn't teach you at all.
This is a dick. Let's end this.
All the lions run like roaches. The lions run like roaches that in the light. I noticed that typically what happens with trolls is that when you announce the truth of the matter, they start scramming. It's like, it literally is like cockroaches to a light, like cockroaches to a fridge. They will hide and everything else. and somehow they think they're better than me. Like, it's not about who's better. It's about, actually, I'm not even sure what it's supposed to be about. If we're being completely honest here, I'm not sure what it's supposed to be about. But like I sit here. Oh shit!
Oh, you have.
Okay, we're good. But it is like cockroaches to a light. They scram every time. They're like, "Oh wait, he's telling us that us being here," and then they come right back. Like the fucking stupidity of it. Like the trolls are so fucking stupid. They're like, "Oh, we can't be here
As
because."
funny as it is to watch you explore
Hold on. Like I'm on a tangent here. They're like, "Oh, we can't be here because that's true. He's right. We're feeding his channel. Let's leave for 20 seconds." They leave and they all come right back. How do we know this? Because it's the same fucking number that we had. They leave unless they're being replaced that easily. Like, honestly, it's so fucking stupid. Like, don't feed my channel. If you are a troll and you want me to fail, hold on, I gotta do this right. Let me get a character here. If you are a troll, member of William Glory Hole's community, or N-word Boys community, or Marks the Pedos community, okay? And you want me to fail, and you think that I suck, like you hate me, you hate my content, yada 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 yada, yada yada yada, yada yada, yada yada, right? All that crap. Don't tune in ever again. At all. Not even to dislike. Just don't tune in. Because that 3 seconds that you tuned in to drop a dislike and then split still grew my content. Don't tune in. Pretend that I don't exist and I will fail as a YouTuber, okay? Because my entire business model right now is off these people getting riled up and feeding my content just by watching alone. Sometimes they try to report. It does not work anymore. I've learned to watch. I know what I'm allowed to get away with and what I'm allowed to say now. I've learned this, okay? Don't tune in. My channel will die, and I will leave YouTube and potentially the internet forever if you can actually leave me alone. That is, unless. unless. unless you are that confident that I will succeed without you just as much as I'm succeeding with you. If you are terrified that I'm going to succeed regardless, it does not change the fact that if you feed my content in any way, just watching my content is all it takes. We have 5 people watching. We've had 10 people most of this video. If you watch the video, you are feeding my content. If you like the video, you are feeding my content. If you dislike the video with dislike botting, every single dislike is growing my channel and ensuring you are feeding my content. Being in the live chat, regardless of what it is you're trying to achieve, no matter how much you try to insult me, it is feeding my content. Look how far I got last time. And now I don't have a mother to lose anymore. I know that sounds horrible, that family is simply a weakness, especially with these kinds of people. They targeted my family, they targeted my friends. Now I don't have those family, and I don't have those friends. I don't have anybody. Unless it's, of course, the people in the live chats. So in churn, think about it. There's no real weakness anymore. I have nowhere to go. There's no reason to quit this time. This time, I'm here for life. So all you have to do to make me fail, this is anybody, don't feed my content. Have your people pull out and do the same. And I'm glad the 07s are popping up because 07 means I understand. That's how I look at 07. I understand, or I respect that opinion, or agreed. That's what 07 means to me. If people are saluting, that means they understand. So if you'd like to 07, go for it. But the reality is if you feed my content, I cannot fail. And right now, I'm rising up. We are growing. We went from, how candid do I want to be? How much do I want to make it sting? In August of 2024, I was homeless. for roughly 3 months. I went from that to having a place of my own, to having a benefit, to having job sites, to having monetization on YouTube. I am growing at an exponential rate. Yes, I am a threat to all trolls and their kind because they cannot get rid of me, and I don't know how to shut my mouth, and I will make it so you can't save face. But the amount of things that have happened in the last 6 to 9 months alone should terrify you if you are a troll. If you are a hater, you have failed. There is nothing you can do. I have gone through great lengths to remove all the assets from my life that were weak spots. Brandy, my mom, most of my friends, most of my family, most of the resources I had, most of the assets I was a part of, most of the companies I was related to, everything. Most of your tools, most of your assets, most of your ways that you actually made things happen, in a negative light, of course, are no longer possible. And we are growing at an exponential rate. We went from 1,000 subs to 5,000 in a very short amount of time because somebody, we don't know who, decided to help us out of it and then promoted us quite a bit. I thought it was Google AdSense. Hereby saying it now, I was wrong. Somebody promoted our channel and then made 4,458 accounts in the month of November 2024 and promoted our channel to the maximum. And YouTube has addressed this. YouTube is aware, according to YouTube standards, that these accounts are counted as real, which means these 4,458 accounts this person made to be malicious for whatever reason he was trying to do it. We have our theories. Well, YouTube considers them real accounts. So you're going to have to go to your 4,458 accounts and unsub manually because YouTube is not going to do it for you. We now have memberships, we now have monetization, we now have ad revenue, we have a merch shop. That is because people could not just leave us alone. They fed our channel. Our channel is a beast, and you are feeding the beast. Leave us alone, and the beast will eventually die. And then I will cease to exist. We cannot have it any other way. There is no other way to do it. I know this because I designed it. There is a part of this channel that is designed a very specific way for a very specific reason, and yes, I'm smart. There's nothing wrong with that. And I found ways to game the system, mostly the people who hurt me the most, because I knew they could not let it go. Stop feeding the channel, and you will win. That means those dislikes need to drop to 0. Because 40 to 50 to 1,000 dislikes per video, because you're dislike botting, doesn't change the fact that you're still doing it. When you leave this channel alone and we see those dislikes drop to 0, that means you left. That's how we'll know. We know this because every video. We know the trolls are watching because every video. You leave, we will know when you left, and then slowly the decay will begin. If you can't let it go, we will reap the rewards and we will suck up the benefits. And you see, here's the scary part. Here's the part that sucks. I've been watching Penguin Z0, Moist Critical, for the last few nights. Probably the last week, actually. He's been streaming Schedule 1. Did you know that you can have ads even on your streaming? When you are live streaming, you can add ads into your videos. Did you know that? I didn't know that. That means when we're live, we'll have ads on our videos. And yes, you could skip or you could tune out, but trolls can't. I'm trying to tell you how you're screwing yourselves if you're trying to hate me. If you're hating me to this level, you're screwing yourself. I've designed this a certain way. If you can put ad revenue on videos, you see, you're going to have to look at the ad for at least a few moments. That's all it takes. To simply see that ad open on your screen, I get that payment now. Which means trolls cannot successfully watch our content without giving us money now. You need to pull the fuck out if you want to kill our channel. Because this channel has become a titan. This channel will never die. Unless you give it a reason. If you hate me and you want me to fail, which is what these trolls are suggesting, then you need to stop tuning in because ad revenue is coming. It is confirmed. We are eligible. We did get it. Now it just has to be implemented into our system. And I guarantee you I'm going to have ads on every stream. Because you see, we stream for 3-4 hours at a time. That means every 20-30 minutes I can pop an ad on here. I can do it while I'm live. I can do it beforehand and just, you know, Moist Critical does it. It means I can too. And that means I will get paid by YouTube even if we don't have memberships. Why am I saying this? Because somebody wants to make it known they don't like us very much. Bitch, I could give less of a shit. I have made it so this channel is a money-making machine. And now all we have to do is sit here and wait. And as long as I don't say anything out of line, which I haven't so far, clearly, then that dream will come to fruition. And then all the trolls who hate us so much will now become part of our money-making scheme. That means we'll be making money off trolls watching our videos. And that's why I say it's funny that they leave for a moment and they come right back. Because you think that ads are going to give a shit that you left and came right back? They're still going to give you... No, actually, I think when you leave, they're going to make you watch the ad before you return. That's the thing. Did you know that? I didn't know that. But a little bit of minimal research kind of taught me that. This channel is going to kill lol cow culture. Because in order to destroy me, you have to help me. And that terrifies the shit out of them. Anyway.
Frottage, I don't think it's working.
Well, that much is obvious.
Someone stashed a news drone here. You could use that to help you navigate the power plant.
Any thoughts so far? Anyone have anything they want to say?
You remember that news drone up?
Let's do this. Almost perfectly timed the robot saying if it's not working.
Well, it has this lovely little light, and here you are in the dark. Are you getting this, or am I going to have to say something abusive?
Fine.
Whining. Well, I know this for a fact. The trolls really do want me to fail, but what they don't seem to understand is they have failed. They're not dealing with mild-mannered Tibbs anymore. They're dealing with something exponentially different. And they sit here and they pull off their shenanigans and act like a bunch of jackasses because they're mad that we're succeeding. D-Chat, everything I just said is 100% confirmed. You could put ads on live streams while they are live. I honestly thought it was only after they were no longer live. If you can put ads on videos while they're currently live, you know what that means? That means they are forced to pay us. And remember, if you watch the ad, if the ad is open on your screen, I get paid. Trolls will be feeding us cash in droves. We will be making so much goddamn money off these trolls alone. And there's nothing they can do about it. It's like being an evil mastermind, and you have now established your evil plan, knowing there's nothing that they can do. There's nothing they can do about it.
built Albion Prison for political dissidents right under our noses? The people of Nine Elms won't stand for that.
I know they'll rise up, but not until we show them. And freeing the people being held in that old power plant will show them.
Fucking right.
This mission is ass.
Fuck, this is one big torture dungeon. People are brought in here and submitted to punishment until they break. Then they're probably made to disappear for good.
That's so horrible. They're torturing information out of them.
Let's just get them out. They've suffered enough, don't you think?
The control console will open all the cells and turn on the lights. That should allow the detainees to escape.
Now would have been a perfect opportunity to make a Clockwork Orange reference with the chair and the little things, keeping the eyelids open when the propaganda is flashed like the subject. Alright, we got the hitman. Oh, it's an hour, 3 hours and 30 minutes too. Perfect. That last mission sucked. Alright, I get 2 regions unlocked. Ooh, we got 5 tech point things too.
Beautiful. I'm so glad you were able to help those people and expose that site. Albion won't be able to do that to anyone else.
Well done, Tim. We did it.
Nine Elms is ready to stand with you all. Albion's influence on this borough is over.
Very nice.
Thanks for everything, DedSec. The word is out now. Down with Albion.
That'll put the entire borough on notice. The first-hand accounts from the people who were in there will certainly fire up Nine Elms. Job well done.
He's got the Desert Eagle and the G36. He's got instant gun takedowns, combat role. Apparently this guy's a really good guy to have. Albion is run by King James Longshanks. Freedom. I know, right?
Tough, brave, stupid. Any two of those qualify you to join. Some of us are all three.
Wires closed.
Damn right. Man's ready to tear it up.
Fantastic.
Why is his clothes changed? It looks like they're not changed. Must be with the cutscene. AR cloak. Alright. I need these to bathroom, and it's been a long enough stream. We're going to call it here, guys. And what we're going to do is in 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to come back under another stream. Now, here's what we're doing for the next stream, just so y'all are aware. Going back to our hour and a half situation. Going back to hour and a half as far as planned. Now, until we can when we put ads, look, I might as well do this now. We can put ad revenue or ads on live streams. I'm going to try to make it not invasive, okay? But if trolls are going to be here and feed our content, we might as well reap the benefits. And if I can do it, any of you can too. That's just the deal. But since our streams right now do not have them, hour and a half. When our streams do have them, 3 hours. That's going to be the rule. That is also how you'll know what streams have ads and what streams don't. Although if we have ad revenue on streams, they're probably all going to be 3 hours at that point. Unless, of course, we finish a game early or something, which we could still milk it for 30, 40 minutes to an hour or two, just to talk about whatever after the stream, after the game is over. But that's not the point. So just so y'all understand, when ad revenue comes, and it's coming, there is no two ways about that. We are going to put, what was I going to say? We're going to put the stream links differently. Right now, we're going to go back to our hour and a half thing until then. That way we can get more views and it'll pump up our growth a bit. I'll see you guys in the next one. We've been on in about 5 to 10 minutes. I got to take a leak. I'm going to get a few things to munch on, get some drink, and we come back on here next to play some more Watch Dogs Legion, complete more story missions, or what we probably will do for the next video is clear out more of the regions, because we got 2 regions now, and if we get the rest of these, we'll probably do Anarchist next, because I can see that being a good one to have, now that we knew we can do everything easily. But anyway, that's the plan. I will see you guys in 5 to 10 minutes. If you guys choose to tune in, if you do not, it's alright. Some of you, I wish you wouldn't. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Adios.